back with another episode of Instant Kino, where we highlight 2 German movie selections that you can watch right at home with Netflix, Amazon, or Hulu. The number of movies available can be a bit overwhelming, so this is a great way to figure out what to watch and maybe what to skip. Now, this episode won't feature some top award-winning movies, but each one offers something unique to the mix that might just make it onto your movie list. So let's get this show started.
He did fantastically well. He loved this country. But you know what?
Yes, that man is set to take the reins of these fine United States. And while a lot of time is generally spent dissecting his policies, his lack of policies, and his relationships, how much do we really know about the roots of Mr. Donald J. Trump? Kings of Kallstadt is a documentary that looks at 2 very famous names that come out of the same wine-growing village of Kallstadt, Germany, Heinz and Trump. Both are well-known names in their own right, but it is Trump here that steals the show.
Ich bin ein Kallstadter.
The movie was released shortly before Trump announced that he'd be running for president. And if I'm being honest, the fact that he ran and won, it only helps this movie through its shortcomings. And there are quite a few of those here. See, I cannot with a good conscience say that Kings of Kallstadt is a quality documentary. It isn't. But if you go into it with that understanding and instead embrace the moments where this movie falls flat, you can still have a good time watching this film. And, well, a drink or 2 will only make it better. See, the small town atmosphere is definitely captured in this film, but with everyone claiming to have some connection to either the Trump or Heinz name, part of me kind of feels like somebody's been sleeping with their cousin. For the first half of this documentary, we're given various backstories and family histories, and Trump does make an appearance as he's schooled on his ancestral hometown. In the second half of the movie, a sizable chunk of the people of Kallstadt fly out to the US to participate in the New York von Steuben parade, where Trump is being featured as the Grand Marshal. Oddly enough, there is no interaction between Trump and his hometown relations. Where was he?
Oops.
Now, believe it or not, one of the highlights of this movie does not center around Trump, but Heinz. See, on their way to New York, the people of Kallstadt head out to Heinz's Pittsburgh headquarters in search of a legendary bench that was moved from their hometown to this hometown. Spoiler alert, there's no bench. And it's sad because you can see it from the expressions on these poor folks that they're crushed. Trust me, have a drink or 2 and this movie will be enjoyable. But if you'd rather skip it, we have another option for you after this trailer for The Kings of Kallstadt.
My grandfather, Frederick Trump, came to the United States in 1885. He joined the Great Gold Rush. He did fantastically well. He loved this country. But you know what? I love Kallstadt also.
Das hier ist Kallstadt, mein Heimatdorf. Kallstadt ist kein Dorf wie jedes andere. Denn aus diesem Haus stammt der Opa von Donald Trump. Genau, der Donald Trump.
Ich hab so ein bisschen der Autokarte, so ein bisschen großmaulig.
Gut, das weiß ich jetzt nicht.
Und aus diesem Haus stammt der Vater von Henry John Heinz. Der hat das berühmteste Ketchup der Welt erfunden, das Heinz-Ketchup.
Also Blinker links, geht nicht, geht nicht. Hoch, ab. Hoch. Blinker rechts, geht nicht, geht nicht.
Am Wochenende Saumagen gehabt, gute weg, voi.
Es gibt nur in Kallstadt Kallstadter Saumagen.
John, welcome.
There was only one of the 5 children that wanted to be in the real estate business, and that was Donald.
Das kann doch kein Zufall sein, dass gerade 2 dieser Giganten aus meinem kleinen Dorf stammen.
Denkt ihr, dass die aus unserem Dorf kommen? Ist ein Zufall?
Ach, das kann ich doch nicht sagen. Schlecht zu sagen.
Die kommen auch daher.
Ich bin ein Kallstadter.
Netflix has put a lot of its attention on its own original programming. So much so that some of the new releases, they kind of get buried away under the more higher profile ones. Dieter Nuhr in Berlin, that's one of those. This is Netflix's first attempt to introduce the world to German stand-up comedy, and it's doing so with one of the country's top comedians. Now, there are some differences though between Dieter's comedic tone versus what Americans might be used to in this category, but rest assured, there are still plenty of F-bombs to make things right. Dieter knows that this set will be used in America, so he opens the show up with some jokes on stereotypical American talk and culture before moving things back home to Germany. And that's kind of when most Americans are going to probably feel a little left out of the joke. Chances are that's not you, seeing as you found yourself here. Now, there are plenty of laughable moments in this set, but there are also times where he uses his stage more as a platform to express his views on the current climate in Germany, including topics of religion and the refugees. But just when you start to question whether or not you are in fact watching a comedy, Dieter will come in with a joke to reassure you that all is well. Word of caution: if you find yourself strongly against Islam, refugees, globalization, and support parties like the AfD, this is likely not going to be your cup of tea, so tread lightly. Now, we have this trailer for Dieter Nuhr in Berlin, so check it out, followed by our results on how we rated both films.
Frauen tanzen ja gerne, nicht? Aber ich sag's Ihnen ganz ehrlich, Männer würden gleich erst nachts um 3 in den Club, kurz umschauen. Ansprechen geht sowieso nicht, ist viel zu laut, deswegen Zettel in die Hand drücken. Auf dem Zettel steht: Ich strebe gegen 3:30 Uhr eine Kopulation auf Basis beiderseitiger oberflächlicher Zuneigung an. Wie sieht's aus? Und dann kann man ankreuzen. Ne? Ja, nein, das ist... Ich trete immer ein für Toleranz. Ne? Von mir aus kann einer Ziegen ficken, wenn die Ziege einverstanden ist. Verstehen Sie, das ist alles. Gehen Sie mal auf einen deutschen Spielplatz. Da fallen Sätze, die gab es früher gar nicht. Lauf nicht, sonst fällst du hin. Früher fiel ein Kind auf die Schnauze, sagte man: Heul dich, du Mädchen. Da kommt heute die Gleichstellungsbeauftragte. Frauen legen ja viel mehr Wert auf ein gepflegtes Äußeres. Dann spritzen sich Botox in die Birne. Nicht? Das schlimmste Nervengift, was es gibt auf dieser Welt. Muss man auch mal drauf kommen. Ne? Dann stehen sie im Supermarkt an der Biotheke und beklagen sich über Schadstoffe im Rucola. Fragt man sich schon manchmal, wie tief stechen die eigentlich. In Saudi-Arabien übrigens, weiß auch nicht, wie ich da jetzt drauf komme, ist immer noch Henkermangel. Wussten Sie das? Da stand wirklich in der Anzeige: Suchen Henker. Der bei uns, glaube ich, gar nicht erlaubt. Bei uns müsste da stehen: Suchen Henker, Henkerinnen. Weil ja so viele Menschen unzufrieden sind bei uns. Also, wenn Sie auch schon mal daran gedacht haben, vielleicht dieses Land zu verlassen und Sie wollten immer schon mal was mit Menschen machen, da gibt es Chancen.
Thanks for watching this episode of Instant Kino. We have so many great movie night picks coming to you really soon, so subscribe to this channel to find out when the next episode becomes available. And until then, enjoy the show. How much do we really know about the roots of Donald J. Trump? Town, connection, atmosphere, I don't know what the I'm even saying here. Oh, why must I say Trump's name so much? The town of whatever this movie is being called, fly out to the United States